Hi there, welcome into Energy Upgrade Feng Shui Tips 2022. It's been a while, friends, so I'm going to reintroduce myself. I'm Lisa Albin. I am a Feng Shui master and quantum energy alignment practitioner. And it is my desire and great joy to be able to exchange with you this system that I created. It's called Energy Upgrade. And I've integrated it along with Feng Shui tips. Very easy, practical, modern Feng Shui tips, but also acknowledging and embracing the modern. I'm a little bit woo, a little bit corporate. I love all things entrepreneurial spirit. I love all things interrelationships and collaboration. And so if you found me here and it's your first time, it's by no mistake. I invite you to please hit like and subscribe and turn on your notifications, that little bell, so that you receive these sessions whenever I upload them. I'm still trying to find the right synchronicity in terms of which days are best. A little bit about me. So not only am I a Feng Shui master and quantum energy alignment practitioner, I'm also a certification trainer with the Intrinsic School of Feng Shui. And I've been busily working behind the scenes to gear up for the next training and certification session starting on February 2nd. So if you're interested in learning with me, if you want to be a part of that program, along with my co-founder Steve Kodad of the Feng Shui Cure, it's not too late. So right now it's the evening of January 27th here on the East Coast. You can still inquire. We'd love to interview you, see if we're a good fit. To learn together, and classes start February 2nd. You can check out the links provided in my bio to learn more. And so also I'm a mom, a single mom. I have two lovely children. I have a 3-year-old little boy and an almost 6-year-old little girl. And so in addition to that, it is a great love of mine, like I said, to learn more and to play more into the ideas of the ancient and the modern. So I've really embraced all of the ancient modalities, and I've been integrating them with the modern, along with my continued education in all of the areas. I love all things and surround myself with people who I can learn from that are really adept and really skillful at human design. I surround myself with masters and in Feng Shui, of course. I'm a member of the International Feng Shui Guild. Check out the links again if you want to learn more about that organization. Really highly esteemed. So basically, it's been a great joy of mine to surround myself with people I can learn from. And it's helped me to create my systems that I'm about to share with you today. And so that being said, let's jump in. Enough about me, and it's great to be back. And I'm going to be pouring more and more energy into this channel to develop it further and see where it goes. And I hope that you come along with me on that journey. And I want to learn a little bit more about you. So as I am doing this session with you, I invite you to please mention in the comments if anything resonates, if if it's conjuring up something within your intuition, if you receive any downloads or ideas or anything that vibes with what I'm about to share with you, I want to hear about it so I can further refine this process. I've been getting some great feedback. Thank you for your emails. Thank you for your comments. I'm glad to be here for you at this exact time, whether you're receiving it this week or next week. I promise you it's for the exact right time that you're supposed to receive this message. Now, my process begins with divining of the ancient Yi Ching. I love it. I love all the different forms of the Yi Ching. I love collecting translations and different methods of divining. And I've been using a really beautiful card deck lately. And so as of today, January 27th, nearing the end or the close of the day, I did pull upon the energy for the collective and those wishing to receive an energy upgrade right now. And the energy around the energy upgrade family, those of you watching, is wild. If you see all those X's there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 X's, 5 out of 6 lines in this hexagram, hexagram number 37, which talks about the energy of extended family, 5 of the lines are changing. And you see it's pretty balanced. There's containing yin and yang energy, so that's where the solid and the dash lines come into play. It's changing into what we call before the end. Hexagram 64. So new beginnings are stirring. You may be feeling a little uncomfortable, a little anxious, something different in your body, something that's primal in the human realm. There's human and cosmic energy at play. Your surroundings might feel a little unstable. You might feel an itch to do something new with your surroundings because you're changing. The energy is really shifting. So you see here, taking a look at the first hexagram, hexagram 37, extended family. I love this hexagram. We've talked about it before. It came up a few times in 2021. Extended family. So yes, we all know the concept that our family is not our immediate bloodline family or those that we are raised into. It's also those that we surround ourselves with. So as I'm talking about surrounding myself with people I can learn from, share energy with, very selective about that and who I include in my inner circle. We all understand that concept. Our extended family is our family that we create as well as what we're born into or raised into. Those that we choose, those that we collaborate with. It's also the family that we choose or that we have guiding us, seen and unseen. So in the spiritual sense as well too, if that's something that resonates with you. All of this changing energy that is coming about. So yes, you are not alone on this journey as things are changing. It is your responsibility to ask for and to receive help, to contribute your energy for the greater or highest good, and to be a leader as well as a valuable team player. So everything is an exchange of energy. We can't just sit back and receive, but we can't just also force our way about life. And this has been a common theme I've been seeing in all of my sessions this week. And everyone's been feeling it on some level and not quite able to identify what's going on here. You are supported, but it is your responsibility to be interdependent and not codependent in your relationships as you're on this journey, whatever your goal is, whatever you have in mind. If you haven't been watching for a while and you don't have a goal in mind or intentions, I'm going to invite you to put this on pause, write down your goal or idea, and then come back and turn this back on and think about this reading through that lens. So a cohesive team of strong, collaborative, interdependent people is what's going to bring about success when you're coming face to face with any challenges. Work together in such a way that the entire team or family, as you prefer to call it, is presented well. So, not putting any blame on anyone. You're a cohesive team, a cohesive unit, and you're working together. You're going to be successful together. And it's important that you face any adversity together and make the wrongs right. I don't know if that resonates with you. If it does, let me know in the comments. So your goal is in sight. And you can see it probably very clearly, but don't get tripped up and start running for it in your final approach, because you don't know what's at the top of that mountain. It could be ice on a pond and you could slip and fall through, or not know that the rocks are unstable at the top and fall on the other side. There's a whole other journey on the other side once you reach your goal. So approach your goal very carefully, really wisely. Take feedback from your family and those that are your family, those that are your chosen family or your team, as you're approaching your goal or taking advice from your guides, your higher self. And really carefully move towards your goal. the energy of before the end tells us that new beginnings are stirring. So while you achieve your goal, that's not the end of the story. There's going to be a new one and like a next step, and you're going to be scaling up either further. The only constant in life is that there is change, and being comfortable is not going to help you level up, right? So that you feel uncomfortable right now is a good indication that things are about to change. And I want to assure you, you can feel confident and that you're going to be supported. Be sure that you're acknowledging and thanking those who are along with you on this journey and treating them well. And that energy is going to be reciprocated to you. So that's the Yi Ching reading. I'm going to go ahead and pull on your emotional aura energy field while we're completing this session. So I'm going to be using my quantum software, using the entanglement theory. Pulling on your emotional aura, let's see what's going on. So the issue is an issue of self. And the issue of self is looks versus who we really are. And boy, does that really, that really strikes a chord too. So like the way that we present ourselves versus like how we really are. So there's a negative there, and it needs to be harmonized within our emotional aura field as an energy upgrade collective. Also an issue with empowerment, others' criticisms of me. So are others affecting you and your empowerment? Toxic emotional situations that are lingering, not being heard, not listening, too many emotional choices, and needing to access clarity. Okay, so we'll resolve this, and we're going to talk a little bit more about the energy of extended family while this is running. Some of you may feel this. Please make sure that you're hydrated during all of these sessions. We know that water is a conductor of energy. We're made mostly of energy. Well, we are energy, but we're made mostly of water. So keeping yourself hydrated during these sessions is really important as we're exchanging energy through these virtual means, and taking in consideration the entanglement theory. Okay, so let's talk a little bit more about the energy of family. So extended family in Feng Shui, family, the energy of family, it is ruled by the element of wood when we're looking at the 5 earthly elements. So wood in Feng Shui is, I think when people think of Feng Shui and they think about the origins, they immediately they gravitate towards bamboo. Well, bamboo is a great representation of the wood element. The wood element is all things green, plants, florals, anything that's column shaped, upward growing, tall objects. Those can carry an energy of the wood element. So keep that in mind. Anything green or purple also represents wood. And obviously like wood, wooden objects, anything that represents wood, photos of trees, like as you see pictured here, or forest, that also represents wood. Wood is nourished by water. So when you don't want to add in more wood into an environment, adding water creates and nourishes wood. So pretty simple there. Metal chops wood. So if you don't have a good representation of wood and you have a lot of representation of metal, that is not going to have the right balance, and you're going to feel a disharmony in your environment. So right now we're thinking about things that are harmonious with wood in supporting you in this energy of an extended family, okay? Fire is harmonious with wood. So fire is nourished by wood. Wood feeds fire, so that's harmonious. If there's too much wood in an environment, too much of anything, too extreme of anything is negative. And a bad way. It's not supportive of you. So you can dial back wood energy by bringing in a little fire, bringing in some light, bringing in some flame, actual, candles, lamps, anything flame colored works as well. Okay, so keep that in mind for a minute. We're going to look at the bagua, and that's the main tool that we use in Feng Shui. There's lots of them out there on the internet. If you Google, some of them are incorrect. This is just a basic bagua map found from the internet. There's tons of them out there, but just as an example. So as we're talking about family, extended family, and certainly even our spiritual family, also in some baguas it references health. We are talking about the element of wood being the main dominant element that we want to see present in the area. The colors of purple and also brown, because that can look like a tree trunk, for example, green, and sometimes a little bit of gold in this as well, as in like a wooden or like golden hue that you see in raw wood or cut wood. So keep that in mind. These are things that we want to see in that area being present and having a good dominant position. When we're applying the bagua energy map to any location, try to find you a fun example to look at. All right, let's see. Well, like this is a pretty simple one. So we're going to add this bagua map to this building here with the wall containing the front entrance, which is the mouth of Qi. So the architect, in this sense, I work with BTB Feng Shui, or Black Sect Tibetan Buddhist Feng Shui, and this is how we align our bagua maps. There's other ways that you can, but this is the way I teach. And I explain more about this in the teachings through the Intrinsic School of Feng Shui, if this is confusing to you. There is a DIY course, and again, we're starting our professional training up February 2nd. Let me come back to this in a minute. Let's check in with the emotional aura reading, and it came up with a quite lengthy reply. So let's see what's going on. Too often we think of being tempted as being enticed to do big things like stealing, murdering, or committing adultery. But most often we're tempted to be impatient, stingy, jealous, greedy, or any number of things that we consider lesser sins. All right, so these are words of wisdom, words of contemplation that will help bring into harmony your emotional aura field at this time. And as we know, it's very unstable. When our emotional aura field is unstable, there's permeation, there's little tiny tears, there's holes in our emotional aura field that need to be plugged up, sealed up, that need to be corrected, that need to be recalibrated so our aura can be whole, keep us safe and protected. Now, the idea here being that you're ingesting these words carry intention. This is not something that I programmed. It happens to go along with what we've been talking about in this session. So, too often we think of being tempted as being enticed to do things like stealing, murdering, committing adultery. But most often we're tempted to be impatient, stingy, jealous, greedy, or any number of things that we consider lesser sins. So, as we're thinking about the theme right now, this energy of extended family, these temptations that we consider lesser sins can be very detrimental in a family situation when we're trying to be interdependent, when we're trying to present ourselves as a cohesive unit. If we have any of these temptations to be impatient, stingy, jealous, greedy, or any of these, guess what that does? It detracts from our family. So really looking at, I keep having to pause to cough, but really looking at your family around you and thinking, how am I regarding my family, my circle? Is there any jealousy that's creeping in? Am I being stingy of myself or giving of my energy? Am I being greedy? These are things that need to be rectified if you want to be healthy in that healthy family energy. And as we're implementing our Feng Shui with intention to nourish family, these are things that should fall away. We should be a cohesive unit. We should be exchanging and open, balanced and harmonious, allowing, receiving, and also giving. So write this down in your notebook, in cursive if you can. If you can't write cursive, you can use a fancy script that you create. But the idea of writing in cursive is allows us to use more and activate more areas within our brain, and more areas within our awareness and self. And these words really need to be integrated into what's going on right now. So writing it down in cursive, maybe put it on a post-it note. If this is something that you need to look at a little bit more, you can screenshot this if it helps and keep it on your computer screen, and really just put some thought into this as you're going about your day in this current energy until we meet again. And make sure that you are nurturing family energy, that your family is the family that you're born into or raised into, or that you're creating or collaborating with, the family that you choose here on earth, and those who have passed over watching you need to be very highly regarded and treated very well and healthy, and carry your own weight, and be very mindful of how you're regarding those around you, supporting you in your journey. A thank you goes a long way. Recognition goes a long way. And also helping others look good when perhaps they're not perfect in a presentation, or in a collaborative business venture, or even in a marriage or in a friendship. Support one another in what you're doing, because your goal's in sight. Why not get there together? It's more fun that way. So if this is resonating with you in any way, and whatever your goal is, I don't know if your goal is in business, relationships, in attracting wealth, but think about your family that you have around you as you're cultivating your desires and how you're regarding them. Let me know if that resonates at all. Getting back to your Feng Shui tip. So within this area, so it's going to be the center left area of your home if it's missing. There are ways that we can cure missing areas, but in the area within the bagua of your home, the left side of the wall, in the center is your family area. And if you align it with the front door, again, I practice BTB, Black Sect Tibetan Buddhist Feng Shui, or Western Feng Shui, and also landform. So we orient the bagua in this way. It's not any better than any other school of thought. It's just the way I prefer. And I think it's easiest to teach, the easiest to integrate into a lifestyle. So if that feels comfortable for you to do it this way, I encourage you to do so. Place something with intention in that area, in the center left area of your home, in the family area, and with that intention, set your goals to take your family with you onto your goals with success, and really picture it. Picture a celebration, picture going together, picture supporting one another, having an interdependence. There's no codependence there. Within this family, you're each very powerful, you're each very worth it, and supporting one another is going to make the journey so much more fun and stronger, and your success, your abundance can flow faster in that way, moving more harmoniously together as a cohesive unit. So that's what I'm gathering from this week's Yi Ching divination. I'm going to leave you today with that message. So again, keeping in those words of wisdom should help reduce stress within whatever you're facing on your journey. And I assure you, this is a very positive reading. There's lots going on behind the scene. There's lots of instability in the energy, so things are changing and could be changing very fast, and so that may be why you feel a little unstable. at this time. I do know it's still Mercury in retrograde. Yeah, all of that. But that doesn't mean that you won't be successful. So you need to take that responsibility to carry yourself onward and upward towards your goal. Take those steps very carefully, not rashly, but it's, no one can save you but yourself. And do so with grace, and do so very humbly, and take your family with you. And I want to hear about it. So let me know in the comments if this week's energy upgrade session has given you any clarity, has given you any hope, feel like it will give you more ease on your journey. I feel it does. I look forward to seeing you next time. I will be doing these weekly again. So I appreciate your feedback, and I can't wait to hear from you. It's been a great pleasure and honor. And again, check out the links provided in my profile description, bio even, if you are interested in joining me with the Intrinsic School of Feng Shui, because classes start February 2nd, and I think there's 2 spots left at this point. So I would love to see you there, and I will see you next week. I can't wait. I think this is going to be exciting. I don't know where this is going to go or develop further, but I'm going to be pouring more and more energy into this, and I'm grateful for you. I will see you next week. Many blessings times 9, and enjoy your successes.